Remember we did an interview with Mike Swan recently about his Bermi. Surprisingly, he said yes when we asked him if we could road test it, so here we are on South Shore Road. First impressions, very smooth little car, and it is little. Although I'm 6'2" and I weigh more than I'm prepared to say on camera, I still fit in very well indeed. You can probably see that there's quite a lot of headroom, more headroom than in my Peugeot, and a really quite nice snug fit. I'm quite surprised. The thing I took a long time to get used to was how quiet it is. Obviously it's electric, there's no motor, that goes without saying, but it is very, very quiet, especially when you first get in and you move. You can't hear the engine, which is a little bit disconcerting at first, but you soon get used to it. In terms of drivability, yeah, I've got it in eco mode. There's two modes, there's drive and there's eco. Eco gives you about 120 miles to the charge, drive about 70. The thing with eco is it also limits your speed, so all those police officers who are watching, you'd be pleased to know I can't actually break the speed limit. I would have to try very, very hard to do so. So I'm hoping all those behind me at the moment think I'm a tourist, because I am in eco mode. I'll try drive mode later on and see how that goes, but I promise I'll stick to the speed limit. The control panel, it's got everything you want. It's as good as any, I would say, as good as any small family size road car. It's got a beautiful little layout, all within easy reach. Visibility, absolutely spot on. The windows are huge, considering the size of the car, and no problems. It's rather like a goldfish bowl, to be quite honest, which is a good thing. I can see a couple of people behind me. I really do hope they think I'm a tourist. We just passed a Twizy, maybe we'll give one of those a race later on. But first impressions, yeah, I'm pretty comfortable, pretty impressed. There are a couple of little quirks, I guess, like any car. The steering is extremely light, and at first I had a tendency to oversteer a little bit, but you soon get used to it. You soon realise the limitations of your car and get used to your own expectations, so it doesn't take away from the driving experience at all. The other thing is, I've got a size 11 feet, and the brake pedal and the accelerator pedal are quite close together. Now I know Mike is aware of that, and he's going to come up with a solution, but at first, until you get used to it, you have to make a pretty conscious effort to make sure you move your foot across, so you don't hit both pedals at the same time. But again, it's just a question of getting used to it, and probably took me 10 or 15 minutes, if that, to realise with a bit of conscious thought what I have to do, and now it's second nature. So we've had a very pleasant drive down from Hamilton, and here we are in Dockyard. I thought we'd stop briefly and just give you a quick look at the interior of the car. I think that this is as good as any interior of any small car. I think it's comparable, at least. Very neatly laid out dash. You can see the screen here has the radio, has GPS, and one thing I'm not at all used to is it has the camera, a reverse camera. I've used it a couple of times. You didn't get me on camera, but I found myself still doing the old-fashioned way, putting my arm around the passenger headrest. I guess I'll get used to that. I guess I'm old. You can see here it's got the heating buttons. It's got all the mod cons like that. It's got the electric windows. It's got aircon, the emergency. This is the gears, if you like. You can see the eco. That's the one I mentioned, for about 120 miles. Drive, neutral and reverse. The indicators, again, normal positions as expected in any car. One thing you have to remember with this, the indicators are not self-righting. You can't quite see them here, they're a bit hidden away, but you've got electric mirrors as well here. One thing, it's a bit hidden away, it's tucked away. There is a big red button here. We'll do something on that. That's basically to make sure you don't get an electric shock if you're fixing the car. You put it in, and all the power is immediately turned off, and just pull it out again and the power reconnects. You've got your handbrake here, easy to use, little button, hopefully you can see it, press it in, turn. I'm not going to let it out because we're on a slight slope and behind me is the dock, so probably better not do that. So let's put it back on. Yep, doesn't move, thank goodness for that. And there you have it, you know, it's nicely laid out, small car, but it's got all the mod cons. On the way down I was wondering, who's this car good for? Is it good for me? Yeah, I think so. You know, if it was just me, there's plenty of space for me, there's plenty of space for my shopping, plenty of space for a gym bag if I went to the gym, and it would be absolutely fine. For tourists, yeah, great. We saw some tourists on the way here on their bikes, and I was glad to be in a car. Then again, I'm slightly biased because most people who know me realise I don't really like riding a bike. Is it good for a couple? Young couple, without a doubt. Room for all their shopping, as I said. They will probably go to the gym and they'll have more than enough space. Empty nesters, perfect for empty nesters. All round, nice little, reliable, I think, car.